Hey everybody, it's Dave here, and we got Matt way over there. We're waiting on Flip in the middle, and it's the 2-minute warning. I've got Matt as my official timekeeper today since he's watching live versus Sunday Ticket, where I'm at least over a play behind.
Yeah, the sad news right there is on that 2-minute warning. They made some great, 2 tackles for losses, but Zadarius Smith just went down and is hurt on the play. So
Yay.
hopefully nothing, but sounds like he's pointing at his left leg. So
yeah. Hey there, Niner Sickness. We're having a bad day.
it might be a good day. There's still time.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Dalvin Cook shoulder injury running into Ezra Cleveland. Now Zadarius Smith's down.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously the outcome of the game can still dramatically change here. But man, I'm waiting for this offense that we were sold on, right? You get rid of Zimmer, and we were told that this was supposed to be a top offensive unit, and I've yet to see it. I have yet to see anything that resembles that. I mean, even week 1 versus the Packers, the offense was good, but they weren't like elite. So it's sad to sit here and watch some of these offensive drives. But like I said, still some time. So holding out a little bit of hope that maybe they can pull off the comeback. Flip's going to be fired up coming in here.
The great and wonderful Flip Mazzi.
How y'all doing?
Yay. Hey, Lene, how you doing? Mary, hello. Niner Sickness, the fish said hi. G-Mac, welcome to the show, my friend. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Hey, now that we've got commercials, at least I do here, I'm going to run the roll-in real quick, if you don't mind. Right. We're inside 2 minutes. Win or lose. Join us on Climbing the Pockets, the final score. And we're back. We ran through a couple plays.
Yeah, they just took their second timeout, so it's 4th and 4 for the Lions. We'll see if they send out the field goal. Austin Siebert's out there kind of practicing the kick here on the sideline, like he's gonna trot out there.
Okay. Well, at least he's hit one field goal today.
Yeah. We'll see. Offense is staying out on the field so far for the Lions.
Okay.
So, all right, now it's the kicker. So the kicker's kicking it. I don't know how long of a field goal it's going to be from this point, but the Vikings are going to get the ball back with about a minute-ish left. So it's a 54-yard attempt. Kick is up, and it is no good. It's off to the right.
Outstanding.
So it's 24-21, a minute 10.
Love to hear
One
that.
chance for a comeback.
Love to hear that.
Do you believe in miracles, Dave?
Hey, the offense has at least been playing better than the defense, so we're going to leave it up to the offense to make the comeback. Captain Kirk, can he do it? Can he be the comeback king? Be the star of the day?
They only have to go about 40 yards, 30 yards to get in field goal range.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can hear it on your I can hear it on your screen.
Can you? From what? I don't have anything going. Volume-wise.
Oh, really?
It's
probably flips. It's probably flips.
Flips, yeah.
He probably doesn't want it spoiled for him.
All right, y'all. It's time for another episode of Touchdown or Interception. Brought to you by the worst time management quarterback in the NFL, Kirk Cousins. Kirk's got 1 minute, just over 1 minute to drive his team from midfield.
Kirk firing deep. Caught KJ Osborne down to the 30.
Throw an interception.
See, I just saw the
big play here by KJ Osborne.
Yeah.
It's 1st and 10 with about 47 seconds left.
Flips on the same delay as I am.
And I don't know why Detroit did that. Detroit called a timeout.
Oh, thank you. There's his long ball. KJ's got it. Still running. Tackle down. And yes, I'm going to play behind. That looks good. Just enough to tie and kill our hopes in OT. Sorry, Dan. Since 1995. Join the crowd, Nate.
All right, you got Kirk here. It's 1st and 10. He drops back to pass. He's going deep again. It's Jefferson. Oh, it's Osborne. Touchdown! The comeback is real. It's Osborne wide open in the end zone. Nobody around him. Start celebrating.
Really? I'm still waiting. Yeah, I came up over to play-by-play.
24.
Wow.
Let's go. And get ready, everybody, because you're going to hear Flips hear this in the background.
To the outside.
Greg Joseph's kick is good.
Cousins. Got it! Let's go! It's a touchdown!
And on former Vikings cornerback Mike Hughes.
All you gotta do is throw it to 17 and 19. 18 double, just go one number higher or one number lower. Let's go!
Oh my goodness.
Flip giving coaching advice. Good coaching advice.
Oh, everything's got to be so hard with this team.
All right, 45 seconds. Come on, defense. He's wide open.
Yeah, Rollins live.
We're active.
I'm watching the game.
I got that. We're listening to you.
You're good, man. So what we've been asking them to do all game long, right? You know, Jefferson's clearly being doubled. It's like, go find your other playmakers. KJ has been missing kind of. Adam Thielen has been silent through the first 3 games. But we know that they're open, and so we finally see him. the special teams unit right now is just cranking up the crowd. We finally see him attack this defense with one of their other weapons. And I'm looking at KJ Osborne's. I mean, Mike Hughes was, I don't know if he just thought he had help over the top, but that was the easiest touchdown you're going to get.
Well, Adam Thielen's was wide open. He was wide open in the background.
Yeah.
Back the end zone, too.
Kirk had time on that KJ touchdown pass, which has not always been the case.
Goff, firing.
He's had plenty of time most of this game.
Flip, the fans in the chat are calling for you. Come back, we miss you. Eric Kendricks just made one of the better plays you'll ever see.
Okay.
You want to talk about a game of inches? Watch Eric Kendricks on this play.
Okay. Still waiting. Getting ready to hike the ball. Darius Smith chatting with everybody else on the line. All right. Goff back. Throws. Kendricks off the fingertips.
Jared Goff, deep pass. They're at midfield.
Oh, they got to get
24 seconds. Spikes the clock. Yeah, you see that Kendricks pass right there?
Yeah, they just showed the replay.
Fingertips.
Off his pinky and ring finger.
You can change the coach, but the games always stay the same, I tell you.
Thomas, you expected more? From which side? I definitely did from the defense. Rodgers, ugh. Oh, come on, defense.
All right, 2nd and 10. Goff takes a snap. He drops back. He's firing deep. Midfield. Oh, shit. Josh Metellus had it in his hands, and he dropped it. 3rd and 10.
Defensive backs. I'm curious to see. I haven't looked at any of the box scores on the individual players. Just initial impressions, and I thought Metellus did decent.
Everyone says I'm drinking out of a bucket. I'm just drinking water, guys.
Not me. I'm drinking whiskey.
All right, it's 3rd and 10 here. 17 seconds.
Mary's saying almost
Jared
over.
Goff takes the snap. He's looking left. He scrambles to the left. Pressure. Hails it up in the air. Nobody down there. Josh Metellus gets the interception. Game over.
Now we got to wait. I didn't see it, and obviously Flip needs to see it yet.
Yes.
Flip, we want your reaction.
If your number ends in 4, you just can't catch. I mean, 84 can't catch, 44 can't catch.
Well, wait till
Dalvin Cook didn't even have caught like 2 balls this year. Cam Bynum can't catch.
Finally get the pressure here. Zadarius Smith stunts up the middle, and I don't know what Jared Goff is doing, but he just lobs it in the air. Let's go.
Yeah! He caught it! Number 44 catch, baby!
Vikings pull it off.
That's a W.
That's a W, baby.
We played 2 quarters of football. Sound the horn. Sound the horn, Dave.
And your Minnesota Vikings win their 3rd game, coming back from 2 scores to beat the Detroit Lions. How many times had Kirk Cousins been 14 or more points down and won in his era with Minnesota before today? Only twice. He did it today. He got the team to come back, and the Vikings are now 2-1 in command of the NFC North division at this time.
Flip, you're Your reactions are just,
They
I
were
could listen to them
priceless.
all day. I got to watch a game with you live, buddy. That's the energy I need.
We got to
right
do
there.
it, man.
Man, what a game, though, huh?
Uh-huh.
I was
That
telling
took
Dave,
it
you
out of
were
me.
you were off camera, but I was like, you can change the coach, but you can't change the games for the Vikings. They're
Mhm.
always going to come down and either break your heart, or in this case, we finally pulled one out. Feels like it's been
I don't
forever.
even know where to start. I don't even know where to start this one. 28-24, 4-point win. A lot of good, a lot of bad. I mean, we won. So, Matt, what's your highlight?
My highlight, man, I don't know. It's really tough, but I think I'll give the nod to Alexander Madison actually today. I
Matty.
thought he played. I thought he played when he was on the field, even before Cook was injured. I thought he played better, and he just looks different this year. He looks good, and then obviously that goal line touchdown that we so badly needed, breaking 3 tackles, getting in there, and I think Alexander Madison, he is my highlight today. Obviously, there's probably some other players or plays that I'm missing here, but I would go there.
That's a good
What
one.
about you, Flip?
I mean, I'm going to go with KJ. So KJ Osborne led the Vikings receivers in receiving yards today.
Mm-hmm.
5 catches, 73 yards, the one big touchdown to go ahead. And you see it from Adam Thielen, who had a great day too. These are the guys. These are the guys that we can call their number. Matt, you had a tweet earlier just that the Vikings, the leaders of this team, the playmakers on this team, were going to have to step up. And I think there's so much going on with the offense right now. You don't really know who the go-to guys are. Dalvin Cook went down with an injury. You know they're double teaming Justin Jefferson. So who is it going to be? And this game, it was Alex Madison, like you said, and then it was Adam Thielen and KJ Osborne. I don't need to see Irv Smith. Johnny Munt, great. You did okay. CJ Ham, you did okay. But I don't need to see designed wide receiver screens for Jalen Reagor. Put the ball
At that point in the game, too.
I mean, like, what are we doing? 17-19. That's who stepped up today, and I think that's really important. Hopefully that gives Kevin O'Connell and Wes Phillips some confidence going forward.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you want to talk about receptions?
Yeah.
Ellefson had 2 for 24 yards, right? And he's our tight end 3. He didn't drop a football.
Is he 86 or is he 82?
He's 82. 86 is Johnny Munt.
I don't look for much.
We got a
Thank you,
lot
Siri.
of questions. We got Siri commenting with questions. We got a lot of questions in the comments. Drew's asking Dave, are the Vikings really that good though? I mean, they almost lost to the Lions. It's the Lions, bro.
They got the W. I was not happy this entire game. The defense did not play. I miss Zimmer's defense. I do not trust the Donatell defense. It has been horrible. They've left the middle of the field open. The defensive backs don't know who to cover. When they're chasing them clear across the field, you know that's wrong coverage. When they're playing zone type defenses, there's something wrong. Definitely wrong on the defensive side of the ball. Even you didn't get much pressure up front from Za'Darius Smith and Danielle Hunter, which you expect to get from. There is something wrong on the defensive side of the ball. If they don't get that fixed, we're not going to win a whole lot of games. That's just the way it's going to be. You're going to have that offense crank it up and score close to 35 points. Today, they scored 28. That's the most they've scored all year. Yay. Good for them. There's a problem, though, with the offense. When teams pressure and blitz, Kirk Cousins gets uncomfortable. You see him throw off his back foot. When he does that, he throws lousy footballs. He cannot be uncomfortable. There was times when he held the ball on quite a while. He had good pass blocking, but he just made some bad decisions. However, when he started throwing to Adam Thielen in the second half and Adam Thielen got fired up, I think that emotion transferred to Kirk. Kirk seemed to settle down a bit and then started making some throws. That is chemistry we wanted to see last week. We would actually like to have seen it in week 1, not that it mattered, but it's good chemistry to have. That's something you're going to want to, Kevin O'Connell, repeat week to week. You want to get that sort of feeling going on the offense. If Adam Thielen's your emotional leader on that, right, then you go to him. That fires up KJ Osborne. That fires up Matty. Matty was, hell, Dalvin Cook was having a good game until he ran into Ezra Cleveland and broke his shoulder. And I don't know that he broke his shoulder, but he's obviously got a boo-boo up there somewhere. You've got to get that sort of emotion flowing. Football's an emotional game. You do that, you keep that positive, you're going to score lots of points. We need to score lots of points if we want to win a lot of games.
Yeah, I think that
very well said. Yeah.
Viking fans should obviously be happy that we won. I'm not going to take that away. I'm happy they won. They pulled it out. They'll probably credit their culture, right, against adversity, right? That's the cliche statement that Kevin O'Connell's been pumping around. So they were tested, they stuck together, they won. But there are a lot of things to clean up, and I brought it up earlier in the show, Flip, before I think you were on, but we have not seen an elite offense yet through 3 weeks, and that's what we were sold on with this new regime. We were supposed to get a top 10 offense. They have not eclipsed 30 points yet in a game. So there's a lot of concern there for me. There's a lot of concern on the defensive side of the ball. There looks to be some confusion. I'm ready to see Brian Asamoah on the field. We need some speed on the field.
Yeah, we need some speed, yeah.
Jordan Hicks and I love Eric Kendricks too, but they just, they're getting matched up on these running backs sometimes, or even tight ends that just are outrunning them. And so it'd be nice to get some youth out on that field if we believe that Brian Asamoah can do it, which, shout out to him, made a tremendous special teams play earlier in the game today, which was super fun. So I think take the win for what it is, but we got a lot to clean up, and we're going to London.
Brian Asamoah is going to be just fine. The defensive scheme is the biggest concern with the team right now. There's a lot going on. I think overall I'm more concerned about the offense because 20 points a game that's what they're averaging right now, and I'm not happy with it. I expected 30 to 35 points in this game. They didn't give it to us. The defense, bad first quarter, good second quarter, bad third quarter, good fourth quarter. So I think that's honestly the best we're going to get out of our defense. I saw the defensive scheme actually break out of those shell coverages a little bit. I saw them blitz Patrick Peterson. It didn't hit home. Saw them blitz Zadarius Smith, and Jared Goff was able to sidestep him, which is ridiculous. Here's Zadarius Smith. You got to do something about it. They brought Cam Dantzler in on a blitz. And they ended up getting a 15-yard run out of it on third down. So I see them still just starting to guess, and there's definitely growing pains on the defense, which I don't think is going to go away. We're just going to have to live with that all season long. I know, Dave, you said it has to improve, but where are the sacks? Where are the tipped balls? Where is the harassment from Jared Goff forcing him into bad decisions? We didn't see any of that from the front seven, and that's supposed to be the strength of this defense. So that is my low light.
Mine was going to be the defense as a whole, because it was not good. They need to get better fast.
They just need to get consistent.
Well, no Harrison Smith. There's holes in that secondary. So much of the issues with the defense is just they don't win one-on-one matchups. We don't see Daniil Hunter beating the left tackle at all. We don't see Zadarius Smith just on an edge rush with a spin move, right? It's always manufactured twists and stunts that are getting them to the quarterback. And so that is really alarming. Even Eric Kendricks, it's all schemed, and the scheme isn't that good. So I don't know what we're doing there. Are we doing a post-game show next week for London?
Yeah, why not?
What time would it be? Like 11
That's,
a.m.?
But yeah,
that's
noon.
like that's like 9:30, bro.
For you.
For you, you're on the West Coast. All right, we had highlights. We had lowlights. I wish one of the lowlights is Mr. Automatic Greg Joseph missed both his field goals, pushed to the right.
Yeah.
Now we're time for the speed round.
We've got plenty of questions in the comments. If you're in the comments, it's just been great conversation with the Vikings. Last minute win over the Lions. So please continue to send us our questions. Matt, people want to know about, they're starting to do Kirk's starting to call them a lot of max protect to adjust for the blitz. That means that we're sending 3 receivers into coverage. JJ is one of those receivers. He's going to be double covered. And then there's just nobody open. So, like, GMAC is asking, what can we do to negate that?
Well, I think we saw it a little bit week 1 versus the Packers. Let's do a little bit of like these jet sweeps. I mean, they obviously fake it, right? Like we see the motions, so we see things. Maybe they're going to build on it, and maybe they're going to release it all in one game. But there's different ways to do it. Jet sweeps would do it. Screens would help a little bit, but obviously we saw last week in Philadelphia, this team can't run a screen to save their life. Yeah, I don't. Sorry, I'm watching the Packer game at the same time, so I'm getting a little confused here.
The motion has gone away. Are you drinking out of a bucket, Matt? What are you drinking out of?
Just a big old water jug here.
To answer your question, Flip, when Jefferson gets doubled, right, and that leaves Thielen and Osborne on single coverage, even though their coverage, Kirk needs to push it and lead them one side of the defender or the other and let them make that contested catch. Because Kirk can throw the ball where the defender doesn't have a chance, but the receiver does. And if the receiver doesn't catch it, it's an incomplete pass, right? Versus Kirk getting frustrated, falling back and lobbing it into the, 5th row. Try to get some momentum going. More than likely, Adam Thielen's going to come down with the ball. Half the time, KJ Osborne's going to come down with the ball. So give it a shot. It can't hurt.
Yeah, I agree. I do think that just taking a check down option away from Kirk. Am I about to be really critical about Kirk? Yeah, I'm about to be really critical about Kirk because he sees these blitzes. He's not mobile enough to defeat them by himself. So he switches to max protect, and then that max protect takes away Kirk's check down option. So he doesn't have a running back leaking out late. And he just sits there like a statue for 4 or 5 seconds in the pocket, escape, get mobile, scramble a little bit, and if nobody's open, then he can throw it to the sideline. But I don't know if I think the offense is just going to have to – the offensive tackles are going to have to step up. Hopefully –
Yes, GMAC.
Hopefully we don't play these defenses, but who knows? Who knows?
GMAC is correct. It's not a Kirk thing. That's something we hope that Kevin O'Connell instills, that it's okay, right? Calm your mind and just do it. And I'll bet we'll have better results. But
I mean, Kevin O'Connell can stop scheming plays to Jalen Reagor in the 4th quarter. Call it in the 2nd quarter.
Nate, I believe you Zimmer would have done better with this defensive lineup.
Call it in the beginning of the game. I mean, I don't care that they want to try and get Jalen Reagor involved on screens and in space with his speed, but the timing of that particular play was just mind-boggling.
I actually do. I think it's just scatterbrained offensive play calling. He knows he has, he looks at the roster. He thinks he has 6 to 7 weapons he can use, not just Dalvin Cook and Jefferson, but Thielen, Osborne, and then he looks at Irv Smith Jr. Then he looks at Johnny Munn. Then he looks at Jalen Reagor. It's like, You cannot incorporate all of those players into a single game plan. So maybe you can have a Johnny Munt game. Maybe you can have a Jalen Reagor game. Maybe you can break it up, but you still always have to find ways to get Adam Thielen and KJ Osborne the ball as your secondary options. And you're just, when you're calling a screen pass to Ben Ellefson, you're just wasting a snap that you could have thrown it to KJ Osborne. That's how I look at it.
I think it's also important to note that Kevin O'Connell is still working his way through being a play caller. So I think there's still a lot of kinks that he's going to continue to work through. And we may not truly see him hit his groove till about midseason. So I think that's not that he deserves that leash, but it's true. I mean, Sean McVay was the main guy over in LA kind of calling those plays. So
Dave, we have fans petitioning to take the 84 jersey away from Irv Smith Jr. What number should Irv Smith wear if he doesn't wear 84?
Anything but 84. It's that simple. 84 should have been retired. I know the Vikings don't want to retire jerseys. They've retired some, and you're getting to the point where you don't have enough to give out anymore. But
yeah, it's tough.
84, as in Randy Moss, changed the game of football. That's why that one should be retired. But they won't, so don't get your hopes up, people.
But
what else we got to talk about? What do you guys think about week 4 after watching this game? Early thoughts on Vikings versus Saints.
I mean, it all. I mean, the Saints have weapons offensively. Jarvis Landry, Kamara, Michael Thomas. They just got the rookie from Ohio State. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. So I mean, they have a good offensive unit if Jameis Winston can, put together a good game. And I think the important thing to note about Jameis Winston is he's not Jalen Hurts, right? He's not going to kill you with his legs, but he's a gunslinger, and you'd be surprised how he can improvise sometimes. Now, you can take advantage of those and with some interceptions, and I think he had quite a few today. I think he had a couple. So I think it's an opportunity for the defense to respond and maybe put up a good performance on the road. But I just want to see this Vikings offense explode, and if it happens in London, it happens in London. I don't care. I just want to see an elite offense, and I'm hoping that they can do it this weekend against the Saints, because I don't think the Saints defense is particularly good. I think it's probably middle of the road. So that's what I'm looking forward to, Flip.
Well, we'll see how this Bucks Packers game goes, but if the Packers lose that game, I mean, we're looking at the NFC North leading Minnesota Vikings.
Did Chicago lose
going into the London game?
Chicago did win, I think. I think they made a last-second field goal, so they're 2-1, ironically.
And they're horrible. I was watching tweets at the beginning of the game, and they were calling it a clown show. So,
what were they calling our game early in that game?
Probably the same.
They were calling it a clown show. So just win, baby. Just win.
That's all you gotta do.
We beat the Saints 3-1. I am worried about that game, mainly because I have to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch it. And
coffee. We call it coffee, Flip.
I don't want to drink coffee on Sunday. I got nothing to do. So
Except for yell at the TV.
And then by 9 o'clock, I'm just, what am I going to do for the rest of the day? I should be able to take a Sunday nap. I'm going to take a nap after this show.
Next week.
You do that. Hey, some highlights. Jordan Hicks was our leading tackler with 14, 10 solo. Second behind him was Josh Metellus with 11, 10 solo. He had 2 pass defenses where Jordan Hicks had 1. and also the interception. Eric Kendricks came in third, 11 tackles, 5 solo. So those are your best defensive performers of the game. We got no sacks today, and we had one QB hit by the cleanup man, DJ Wonnum.
All right. I like that. So we'll see. As long as Justin Jefferson doesn't freak out over his 3-catch 14, I'm looking for Justin Jefferson to attend all practices on time this week. And then
I read a tweet where he was sat down and talked to by coach late in the third, early in the fourth.
Yeah, I think Kevin O'Connell had a lengthy conversation with him on the sideline.
I think that was just like a don't get frustrated thing. I don't.
Yeah, I do too.
So. I love seeing CJ Ham getting into it.
Why? Yeah. Why? Why would you like that?
Because it got the team moving.
It got the team moving. What? So they could have a shorter punt at the end of that drive. Come on. Hey, we got way too many receivers.
Well, I'm not talking to this. Well, yeah, it would have been on. He didn't run any. It would have been on catches, but he got first down, so that's better than some of the other ones we're doing.
Okay,
it's just, hey, you've got emotional leaders on the team. C.J. Ham's one of them. Adam Thielen's one of them. You get those guys fired up. Dalvin Cook looks to be one of them. Get those guys fired up, and the offense performs better.
I don't agree with that. I've seen Dalvin Cook leaned on, and I understand why they did this game, but like, how many times has Dalvin Cook fumbled during, like, this is normal Dalvin Cook. You can't rely on Dalvin Cook to be an emotional leader because he's only going to play 8% of the game, like eight of the 17 games. And so he's just on the side. Your emotional leader needs to be your quarterback. Okay? That's what it
should be, but we don't have that.
If you're telling me that a dump off to CJ Ham helps get Kirk into a rhythm, great. But I think KJ Osborne would have ran for 12 more yards if you had lined him up in the backfield, if you had motioned him into the backfield. That's the ingenuity I'm looking at, instead of just the same old Clint Kubiak, I'm just going to use everybody, even though all those people aren't that good. Nobody's talking about Johnny Munt at the water cooler on Monday morning. Nobody's talking about CJ Ham, okay? Oh, that's a nice cat, Matt. Everybody's talking about Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, okay, Mr. Minnesota.
Yep.
So get them the ball. Nobody's going to be upset if Justin Jefferson fumbles trying to stretch for a touchdown or Adam Thielen misses a pass, because we know they're trying to use their best players. That's really all we're asking for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, Brooks. Well, that leaves what's coming up this week. Monday, we have Tyler in the Real Forno. He will go over this. I'm sure he's going to be checking on the checkdowns and going over how Kirk played. And it should be interesting because there was some bad Kirk play in today's game, even though he came back and won. Then Tuesday, what do we have, Flip?
Are we doing Viking hot takes?
We're in the season.
We got to do Viking hot takes. I got to think of some hot takes. Tuesday is kind of weird to have some hot takes. You know, I like to let my takes digest.
Marinate a little bit.
I spit fire once the takes are ready. But I'll try to get some hot takes with Eric ready for y'all on Tuesday.
Wednesday, what do we have, Matt?
Oh yeah, we got Vikings happy hour. Vikings happy hour is back on Wednesday. I will be back. I think Miles is out, but it'll be a fun show. I mean, I think Ryan and Miles give a pretty realistic perspective on the team, and so I'm sure they'll be happy that we won, but at the same time, have some feedback for how we can improve as we travel over to London. So that should be a fun show.
Well, and I could tell everybody, if you missed last Wednesday's show,
yes,
it's well worth the watch. we had Glover Quinn, former All-Pro safety for the Kitties, on there, and he broke down exactly how to defeat the Vikings, and we saw it in play today. You make Kirk Cousins uncomfortable. But what he said during that and how he broke down the differences in sort of Zimmer's defense and Donatell's defense and how the safeties play it differently, certain things like that was just absolutely gold. If you haven't seen that and you want to be able to watch football a little better with a little bit more knowledge, by all means, go and watch it. It was a great show. It was funny. We laughed. We had a good time. It was fabulous. And I'm sure we're going to have at least a guest picker come this Wednesday as well.
Yes. Yep.
And I lost, by the way. I lost on my pick. I'm perfectly happy with that. I'm glad. So, and then we'll wrap up. We'll do the week. We'll have myself and Darren on Saturday for your pregame show. Saturday at a normal time, and then we all wake up early on Sunday morning to watch the football game from London. And we have our morning tea, which will comprise of whiskey, most likely. So
nobody's drinking whiskey next week.
Why not?
Come on.
Why not?
They drink whiskey in England.
Are you drinking whiskey right now?
Dave is.
Dave is. Matt's drinking water.
Well, to be fair,
it's a rough Sunday. I may I'll be there, but they better fucking win. Let me put it that way.
It's the Saints. We love
predicting
beating the Saints.
3-1 then.
I predicted 3-1 on Viking Hot Takes last week.
All right, I did see that.
Sticking with it.
Alejandro's got a good thing going. He's drinking tequila.
Yep. I would not be wearing this Chris Carter jersey if we lost. So the Carter jersey only makes a show if we win. So maybe it'll be on. And look, y'all, we got the Saints and then we got the Bears. So if you want to challenge this team, don't give me that happy-go-lucky shit. Oh, hey, yay, we beat the Lions. If you want to challenge this team to be great, you're expecting this team to be 4-1 in 2 weeks. 4-1 in control of the NFC North. Only one loss to a tough road matchup with the Eagles, and ready to take on, the second third of this schedule with a great start to the season, first year under Kevin O'Connell. That's the expectation. 4-1, teams we should beat, teams we can beat, and then we can look around and say, okay, how do we take this to the next level? Because we all know when we see these guys on the field, they don't have it all figured out. But if they're 4-1 and they start to figure things out, that's when you start dreaming big. So that's what I'm looking for, y'all. Can't wait to see how they play.
Yeah.
With that, we're going to wrap up this show. Again, the Vikings win 28-24. They're 2-1 in the NFC North. Vanquished both NFC North opponents played so far. They will continue to hopefully stretch out and create a winning streak. They are over 500 on winning percentage. That is a great thing. And next week is London against the Saints. One of the probably second or third team behind the Packers that we love to hate. So with that, we're going to sign off. What do we all say? What do we say, guys?
Skol Vikes.
Skol Vikes.
Skol Vikings.
He stumbled through it, but he pulled it out in the end, just like the Vikings did.
Hey, always make it good. And I encourage everybody, once you punch off here, go watch some other homemade post-game shows. There's some good ones out there. So you all have a great week. Be safe. And as always, Skol Vikings! Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and rate us on your favorite aggregator. And a special shout-out goes to our partners, the Daily Norseman, where the best Vikings content can be found, and to Lake Monster Brewing, home of the best beer in Minnesota. This has been a Climbing the Pocket and SB Nation's Daily Norseman broadcast. Skål, everybody.